I'm on. Hi! This thing is so funny. Happy new moon. I'm looking at the corner like, am I on or not? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the new moon in Gemini, the Shakti Spiral May new moon gathering. I have been looking forward to this all month. If you follow me on Facebook, if we're friends on Facebook, you know that I'm in the process of moving. So you can see my office is practically empty. Really behind me, they're just boxes, and these are like the few books besides over here that need to be. Anyways, the whole point is we're moving, and I have really been looking forward and so excited to be here with all of you tonight, to take a break from just the chaos of moving and all that goes into moving, and just take a moment to just really bask in these new moon energies with all of you. So how's everyone doing? How's everybody? How have you been with this new moon energy? Because it's been really interesting. And as we wait for more to join us, I want to talk a little bit about these energies. How many of you have been really tired lately? Like where you're going, I don't know if I can get through the day without a nap. It has been about an influx of maybe 1 to almost 2 weeks. So about maybe 10 days, we've been really feeling the energies of having to slow down and taking a nap. It's been really hard on the body. How many of you have, I'm looking at the feed right now to see, hello everybody, welcome. And so to see how many of you have had that experience, because I've noticed that my friends, people that I've talked to, including myself, we've gone through this, Bookie 76 is saying it's been super intense. It has been. We've been going to this attunement, so to speak, universal energies that are going on. And it does play and have an effect really on your body. Your nervous system is trying to catch up to all the influx of energy. Not to mention, this is a super moon tonight. So that means the new moon energies extra amped up. So we're really feeling everything. And the reason why all of these energies are coming on. Hi, Mike. Yep, raising your hand. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. The reason for that is because we are getting to the time where we can no longer ignore the work that needs to be done. We can no longer ignore our awakening. We can no longer ignore the callings and the stirrings of our soul, our spirit's call. So it gets louder and louder. And so as we really go, okay, let's pay attention. I'm exhausted. That means that even though life can go, no, you can't take a nap. Maybe a power nap, maybe 5-10 minutes of just breathing and pulling back in your energies. We're going to have to learn how to, I would say, integrate a new way of being. You know how kind of like the old, you just trudge on and then you like wait for the weekend. Really, like that midway point, we're going to need a moment to just really do some self-nurturing and care, go within. Salt baths or just salt scrubs. Really, sugar scrubs are great and they're fine, but literally the salt scrubs will help to clear your energy field because of the electrics that it kind of like charges your system, and it also clears really good. So I would say using more sea salt scrubs, baths will assist with your body attuning to all of the energies going on. So it has been intense. Right. And a lot of the emotional energies have been charged. A lot of things have been going on. And what I really like about the new moon, the super moon here we have in Gemini, is because we're going to get an opportunity to really see a bigger picture. Okay. Not just from our one single lens. We're going to kind of go in and see a duality, but different. So let's talk a little bit about Gemini. I am a Gemini. I just had my birthday, was it 2 days? It feels like a lot longer than that. 2 days ago. So being a Gemini, I'm sure a lot of you know me, very talkative, very versatile, a lot of communication. There's a lot. Geminis are very, very good and known for their communication. We're ruled by the planet Mercury. So communication is we love. We can talk all the day long and then find something else to talk about. So Geminis are very much like that. Now it depends on though, because of the sign of the twin, sometimes Geminis can tend to be moody. Ooh, so there's that dark and that light side of the Gemini. And depends on what day you find a Gemini on. They can be completely ready to just be out in the world and to show their love to everybody. And there are other times where they just want to be left alone and they can get very reclusive. So we have that influx, even if you're not a Gemini, you're going to have those sort of energies pulling at you, where you're like, one day you're like, yeah, this is all this energy going on, and you feel excited. And the next day you're like, you know what? I just need to just be alone. I need my own time to just reflect, or I need just a down day. And that's what's been going on. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for my happy birthday wishes. Yes. And so with all of that, give yourself permission to change things up. Okay, so it's really letting go of the way that we used to do things and switching it up and go with what feels good. So if you do need a nap, if you need a power nap, it's so funny because sometimes we are conditioned to think, oh my gosh, a nap during the day, are you lazy? What's going on? You know, are you sick? No, it's because our bodies are trying to catch up to where our spirits are. And we are integrating so much. We think that, oh, because we're not maybe aware of all of it, kind of like when you don't know in your dream state, like if you say you've had a dream and you feel like, gosh, you know, I feel like I've been working all night, or I've been traveling somewhere, but you may not actually recall. It doesn't necessarily mean that you haven't been going somewhere and doing some work. So just because you don't know exactly what's going on in your body, be aware that the things that are happening are absolutely essential to getting your attention, to paying attention, to kind of taking a break and going with them. So welcome. Yes. And okay. And so your ascendant, hi, Chris Marie. So your ascendant is in Gemini, and that's really cool. So that basically shows, it's like kind of what you show the world, the world. You can have that rising of the energies of the Gemini, where you can be really easy to go with the flow. You're very much just kind of the ascendants, or to have that influence where you can go with the flow. You can really be versatile the way the energies of Gemini are. And so there's a lot of really great things about Geminis. Like I said, they're really easy to get along with for the most part. They're very optimistic. But if you catch them on a moody day, beware. Yes, that's why you've been so exhausted, Candy. Yeah. So, yep, that's why you've been sleeping so much, Chris Marie. Yeah, and you really do need to stop and listen to that, because it's a lot we're going through. And just because, like I said, you may have all of the pieces yet as to what you're doing, it doesn't mean you're not doing it. So rest is really important, but you should start to feel an upswing now that we're kind of out of, there's a lot of also solar flares happening that also plays a big part in the way that our body, integrates that. So now that we're getting that upswing, you're going to get a little bit more momentum and start to feel a little bit more grounded. But right now, because the Gemini is an air sign, some people might feel a little ungrounded, a little bit, kind of more in the head, kind of even, what is it? My daughter was saying, kind of like her head felt like it was expanding, like a balloon feeling. That's also normal with the Gemini energies. So do things that are work with crystals, or do things that are a little bit more grounding, eating more rooted vegetables if you need to. If you eat meat for sure. Like I said, the salt baths, another really good thing to do is to work with stones, like heavier stones. For me would be like, I have this tourmaline chunk. I keep it right here, always at the ready, because I'm a double air. I need my grounding stones. Another really, really great one is shungite. I don't know how many of you guys know. This is my big old sphere. I love my shungite. I also keep this right here with me. So I just kind of put my hands on it and work with the energies. So anything garnet is really good. I even have a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it. It has some crystals in there. Some dirt, some very sacred soil that I collected from my family's plot out in Arizona. So this is really good too. Just soil, just to put your hands in dirt. And it's really great because over here in the north, we are in the energy of spring and going into summer. So if you can go out there and garden, if the gardening is your thing, do it, So welcome everybody. Welcome. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this. And if you're new to the Shakti Spa New Moon Rituals, welcome for the first time. And this is just I look forward to this. This is such a treat. Like, where are the words today? I'm so excited. Okay, so let's get started before we continue on with our night and what we're going to be doing. The hour goes by so fast. So First thing I want to do is clear and set our space. When we do this so that we can kind of create a sacred space for ourselves to hold the table for intention. So it's kind of like when you're going to do something beautiful, you want to set a table, say for a beautiful meal. So we are setting our table. We're setting our energetic table to make sure everything is prepared and ready for us to really be immersed into the energies of tonight. So if you have a clearing incense or herb, go ahead and burn that now. I just go for my sage because it is one of my favorites and it just packs a punch. So here we go. I give some to you, especially if you've had a day, which I think some of you in the feed are saying. I know I have. You got to stop with the boxes and just do what you need to do. Hi, Pedro. Welcome. Ooh, that's good. So just give yourself a moment to just take in that smoke and kind of pull it to the different areas of your body that may need it. If you need to pull it around you, go ahead. I won't do that. My hair is down and long today, so I don't want to burn my hair. But you're welcome to do that if you need to. Okay. So in that space, we've cleared any kind of stagnant energy. Some really good shifting. And so then what I like to do is I call it we've created a good energetic vacuum. So it's a void now. There's the energy is neutralized. And so you always want to put in, you don't want to leave it to chance what comes into the energy field. So what I like to do to set the intention is to pull the energies of sweetness, of love, of communication, of all things that'll be for the highest good. I burn sweetgrass to also invite the ancestors who have done their work, who have high intentions for all of us tonight to continue to connect with spirit. So I burn sweetgrass for sweetness. So some to you. Some to me, to the ancestors who have gone before and those who will go after. Just take a moment to breathe because, if you are all joining me, especially like getting off of work, we've all had kind of some busy days today. And being that it's Thursday, we have one more day till Friday. For those who don't, work on the weekends, we kind of count down the days, right? I'm going to go ahead and burn a little bit more because I need a good ember there. What is your favorite herb to use to really create sacred space? I know that some of you like lavender, some of you burn mugwort, there's yerba santa, some of you like Palo Santo wood. I have that, but it's packed. Literally, I'm down to the bare bones, people, with my supplies. Everything are in boxes, except for my altar. I've had that for that's the last thing that'll be packed, but we're down to the bare bones over here, and I'm just, I had to hold on to these things and remember to put a little box aside for tonight because and what do you do when you don't have these herbs and incense? Setting intentions is the most powerful thing because you are the most powerful tool. So if you don't have sage, that's okay. Clapping your hands is a really good way to shift energy. If you have a bell, that also works. Especially if you're in like an apartment or a dorm or things of such nature where you really can't burn, things of such like that, you can clap your hands. That's what I have my husband do. When he's he travels for work and he forgets his little bells, I forget what they're called, the tinchas. Anyways, he forgets them sometimes. And so he'll clap his hands and you can kind of feel it. If you're clapping your hands where it feels a little bit more stagnant, you just kind of keep clapping and it'll raise the vibration. Oh, Mike, yes, drumming is awesome. So there's a lot of different ways to clear space. It isn't just burning the sage and the incense. I do it simply because we're not together live. I would love to do drumming. Maybe one day, right? Maybe one day we'll all get together live in person for a new moon ritual. I set that intention. You can come visit me here in Minnesota when I open up my spiritual center. Wouldn't that be amazing? So be it. So also I have some oil, the All Mother oil that I use to anoint myself. It kind of puts me in a visceral space to know that we're going to be doing some ritual work together. So I anoint my crown. I anoint the back of my head where I call the wellspring, where we do the channeling work. My third eye, my heart space, my hands and wrists, and also my ankles. So it kind of does the points, you know. Yes. Hi, Flora. Yes, Florida water. Oh my gosh, yes. That is also another really great one. The spritz that works so well. I use it a lot. Actually, in my bedroom, I don't like to always use a lot of sage. I mean, I do, but sometimes you know how it can get stuck in the sheets that you know in your linens. So I actually make a linen spray with Florida water that really, you know, clears the energy, especially when you're doing a lot of dreamtime work and you need to clear your space, you know, where you sleep and stuff. So, okay, so let's call in our circles and let's get this party started. Like I said, I have been looking forward to this all night. Okay, so take a moment now, just kind of get situated in your chair, kind of, you know, adjust your posture so that you're sitting straight. You're in a space of receptivity and welcoming you with so much love. Imagine and picture all of us, because we are all over the world, watching live and watching later on and recording. Picture all of us in a great big circle. All time is now, and we are all gathered together in one beautiful circle. And so in this space, I want you to focus on your heart chakra space. Imagine a beautiful spiral there. And the spiral is concentrated in your heart chakra. It's pure love, pure connection to the Christ consciousness, to the higher levels of ascension. And as you expand this spiral, watching it get bigger and bigger, growing, spinning clockwise, it starts to engulf all of your body, growing bigger and bigger. And it can be any color that you choose. Normally with the heart chakra colors, it's green or pink. Some have hues of white in there. That's usually a sign of a higher spiritual awakening or a process of spiritual awakening. So notice what you notice. Nothing is wrong. All is perfect. And then imagine and picture the person that is sitting on your left side. That you extend this beautiful heart space, this spiral energy with them, and they receive it through their right. And it does this beautiful merging, this integration, this dance with their beautiful heart spiral chakra. And so it leaves their left side and goes into the person sitting on their left, and they receive it onto their right. And so it goes around the circle clockwise, connecting, spiraling, until you find this beautiful energy coming back to you on your right side. And allow these hues of color, this love, to just engulf you and integrate with your spiral. Take a moment to just breathe that in. Feeling that space, being present in that energy that is so given with love. And from this space, we call in the 4 directions and the 4 elements. To do so invites not only our highest aspects, but those sacred parts of us that we are made up of, the things upon this earth. So it's really inviting all parts of us to be accessed, all the ancients and all those sacred, to come and be witness and to hold the space for us as we do this work. We call to the direction of the east, element of air, the powerful, mighty winged ones, where all things begin, ingenuity of thought, powerful mind energy, the spark of innovation. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. Into the direction of the south, element of fire, the fire breathers and the fire walkers, the heat of the desert, creativity and passion, the Kundalini energy, heat, the beautiful summer's air. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And to the direction of the west, element of water, the sacred fluids of Pachamama, the water keepers and the record holders, the sacred embiotic fluid, where gestation, intuition, emotion, and feeling are given life. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And to the direction of the north, element of earth, Pachamama, the earth keepers, our crystal and stone allies, plant and herbal allies, the elemental kingdom, the protectors of the realm, those ancient ones who have gone before us and those who will go after us. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And we call to the divine one energy to surround us, to flow through us, and to anchor us into this time and space, and into no time and into no space. We call upon divine spirit, Mother God, All Mother, our spiritual ancestors, our spirit guides, the angels from all realms of the highest divine order. We call you now, come, be with us. Be with us and guide us as we begin this work. Beloved All Mother, hear us, your children, as we begin this work together this evening on this auspicious new moon. May our holy, sacred intentions be answered, and may the highest order of love reside. And so we say, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And so it is, and here we go. How do you feel? Whew, what a rush. It got really hot. Or it could just be premenopausal. I don't know, one or the other. Maybe a combination of both. So tonight, let's talk a little bit more about Geminis. I think they're so fun. Yeah, I am one, but I think they're fun anyways. There's so much in these energies of Gemini, because you get so much. It isn't just the one. There's the twins. So let's use my grandchildren. For those of you who know me, know that I have grandchildren, a set of twins, a boy and a girl. They are so fun. They are so different, and yet they can be the same at certain things. They're just so dynamic, okay, for lack of a better word. High energy, charged, dynamic. They're three. So there you go. But in the energies of the twin, you don't know what you're going to get, okay? So you have almost like polar opposites, the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the male female aspects in the twin. But here's something new and something different. As I was meditating about tonight, about what it is that All Mother wanted me to invite us to do. I want to invite something different, so a new perspective on the twin, okay? Because you think of it as just this or that, light or dark. Like I said, it's the duality. It's a perception of contrast. But our twin, we use the word like, the twin flame. We use the words to describe another part of ourself, like a really deep connection that we may have with our partner, with somebody who is of our soul. But using that energy of the twin can go even further. And that could easily mean that there is an aspect within us that is our sacred twin, not outside of us externally, even though that could be in another form, which we would call the twin flame. That's something different. This twin resides within us, and this part is basically like a mirror of us. It is the all-knowing aspect of us. So it's kind of like, have you ever had a really challenging day and you're kind of in the, I mean, yeah, right? Especially now. But a day where you have really been feeling like, having a fit, just going through the energies of what it is to be human, but there was a stillness, a calmness within you that was kind of just observing you going through all of this kind of tantrum energy. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever had that experience? Or maybe it's been a little bit different. So maybe you've had an experience where you felt like you didn't have the answer to something and it was just overwhelming. It usually shows up in times of challenge. It's in times where you feel like, what other options are there? And it's a very powerful but very strong observance, and instantly things change. That is your twin. Okay, that's what I call that. That is what we're going to refer to tonight as the sacred twin, the part that is all knowing. Now, there is this, depending on what you subscribe to with religion, with spirituality, there's a belief that your highest self has already lived the life that you're living now. So people say, well, there's no such thing as destiny there. And I'm not trying to convince you of any way to be this. I'm offering a new way of looking at certain things. But there's also the idea that, okay, we go and we live a life and then we reincarnate and we take that energy from that other life, and it's kind of goes into the Akashic records of your soul. But the high self works a little bit differently than the higher aspect of soul or the oversoul. The high self works in tandem with you in your life. Some people believe that the high self has already lived the life that you're living now. Therefore, that's when we get those little inklings of deja vu. When we go, I did this before. What? Wait a minute, but I know I didn't do this before. What is that? Is that a ping from your high self saying, yeah, you did that, and this is kind of what is going on? Is it the observance of your high self watching you go through what it already has experienced? So it's a different way. It's kind of mind-blowing because it's how they say, and I'm trying to put it into words because energy is my thing. Words sometimes, and you would think, right, is a different night. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, you can't translate energy, but I'll do my best. You know how when you go through the emotion of experiencing something and you get through it all and you just feel like, wow, that was amazing, especially when it was trying and hard and you feel like I was carried. There was times where I felt very like I couldn't do it, but it just got through it. Right? Okay. Yes. I'm saying, yeah, totally. A lot of green. Okay, good. So we're on track with what I'm saying. In this moment of the high self working in tandem with you, when I always say to you, you have the answers within you, go within for the answers. Or when you hear sages say that, is because this is absolutely true. You go into that inner part and you connect with the sacred twin, the twin within you, the highest aspect of you, the high self of you that has done what you are doing. And even though we can say that there is divine choice, even when the divine choices are made, the high self has already made that choice under the impression of high self is you have choice here in this reality, if that makes any kind of sense. Okay, so Chris Marie is saying it happens to me a lot, and mostly when I have a dream, it happens the next day or in the same week. I say, wow, I saw this, but in my dream, totally. And it's interesting that you bring that up, Chris, because a lot of people are going to start to have that more and more as we awaken. It's almost as if you're getting a foreshadowing of what is to come. We have it a lot in life. If we kind of pay attention, you'd see that there's a lot of foreshadowings. Even your soul, when you were born, told you what you were going to be. You just got to remember that. Okay. In fact, my daughter and I had to talk about this. Your soul already knows. It's just a matter of you listening and paying attention. So tonight, we are going to connect to, and I'm going to call it our sacred twin, using the energies of the twin, the Gemini. We're going to connect to that aspect of us that observes and witnesses that has the answers, because it's already done what we're doing, and we're going to get some information. So it's going to be a little bit different. So that's why I always say, get the journal if you so that you can remember in that moment what it is that you experienced, or at least a word or two, so that you can integrate it later on, go back and look at it. So those are just some things. Whether you agree or not, that's totally fine. I welcome you to be open to what has been introduced and see if it works for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. At least you tried something different, right? So just give it a thought that it isn't about our divine will being taken from us. We have choice at all times, but the high self, or your twin, has already done that and is simply observing what the choices that were, because we'll go back to time is irrelevant. All time is now. Therefore, what has happened in the future, in the past, has happened now. All the information is here. We just may not have full access to it because our consciousness still likes to believe in a timeline. Okay, so even though we know on some perspective that all time is now and time is an illusion, as human beings, we still go through the day and we still cancel out that belief, or that new belief, because we still count Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Sunday through Saturday, depending on how you use your calendar. So think of it that way. Be open to, if you're going to integrate something new, try to really integrate it into your belief system. So all time being now, really, that's why I always say, whether you're on a recording or whether you're live, we're all doing the ritual together now. Energy has no time and space. So what intentions have you set for yourself for this new moon in Gemini, being that it is a super moon? I ask you that because a lot of people lately have been asking about life purpose, their path, what next? Like, it's kind of like, even if you're on your path, okay, have you noticed lately that there's been a feeling of, what more is there? What else is there? Like, I rarely have found anybody to say, yeah, I've hit it. I'm done. The end. I'm at my point of, I've reached that pinnacle point. I'm done. I don't need to go anymore. I have all that I need. I have all the answers. I am good. Those who are on this path of awakening, and those who are here tonight, or we're watching later, those who are in that space, there's always, and what else, and what more, because that's what our soul is guiding us to do. But going back to when you were a child, and I will say this again to remind you, you already knew what you were going to be doing. Maybe not the exact thing, or maybe the exact thing, but you already had a feeling, whether it was to be a teacher, a helper, a healer, working with animals, connecting with elderly. You had an affinity towards it, whether it was working in nature in some way. You already had the tools. It was just a matter of maybe going through some training. It was a matter of unraveling the mystery and having the human experience, because that's also why we're here. So understand that when you feel guided to do something, and even though you may not know exactly how to do it, like I've said in so many different rituals, we build upon each one, right? But as you don't know what it is, how you're supposed to do it, trust that you do have the answers. So tonight we're going to go with the question: what is it that you really have been wanting to set an intention for this new moon? Or what are you working on now that you want more clarification on? Or what is it that you're really wanting, whether it be a new job, a new home, a different change? Maybe you don't know what to do, and you're sitting there with your hands up, and you're like, I don't know. I know something is calling me, but I don't even have a name or a word for what that is. Or maybe you're in a job and you're wanting that next level. Well, you don't know exactly how or what that looks like. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you want out. Or maybe you're out of a relationship and you want in. Whatever the dynamic is, maybe you're trying to have a child and things aren't working out that way. Or maybe you're at odds in a relationship with a friend or a sibling or something. Anything and all things apply to tonight, depending on what your intention is. Okay, so I want you to write that down right now. I want you to think about what it is that you really are wanting and seeking clarification and clarity on. So this is not just something about, I want more abundance. Okay, great. That's good. In what area do you want abundance in? Because abundance is love, it's health, it's education or wisdom. Abundance comes in different forms. If you want money, then that's prosperity. In what way? Because that's in different forms too. So be very clear as much as you can and come with a question, okay? And I'm so glad, Bookie76, that you're here tonight. Okay. So just that moment, okay? So now I want you to close your eyes because we're going to go on that journey. You ready? So just take a deep breath. As you close your eyes, just call your energy back to you. And as you exhale, release any cares or worries or concerns. Be here in this moment with me now. Another deep breath, inhale. Filling your belly with air, more. Hold it and exhale. Allowing your belly to collapse, exhaling fully. One last breath, deep inhale. Using the breath to get us into a state of peace. Hold it and exhale. Now with your eyes closed, I want you to picture a beautiful shelf. This is the magical shelf that we all love and know. And on this shelf, we can place any of our stresses, our worries, our concerns, anything that we have been toiling with or kind of mulling over. Let's put that on that shelf and know that we can pick this stuff up at the end of the hour, or we can give it to our spiritual team and they will take care of it for us. Nothing is ever lost. You can always get it back if you want to. So just put all those distractions on that magical shelf. Just deposit them there. And I want you to close your eyes and look up and in towards the brow. So it kind of looks like you're, not only are you looking in almost like cross-eyed, but you're going to be looking up towards that third eye, okay? So towards your pineal gland. You'll be looking up and in towards the brow. It kind of feels a little bit awkward, but I would suggest doing that every time you meditate. That actually activates your pineal gland a little bit more each time you do that. And a lot of us have been just with things in the world, it can be calcified. So it's important to really exercise the pineal gland in that way. So looking up and in towards the brow, I want you to just focus there and you'll notice a little pulsing that starts to happen. If not, just imagine a pulsing starting to happen there. And as you picture or imagine or feel a pulsing starting to happen at your third eye, notice that a door starts to take shape. This door can be any shape, size, or color. Just observe it. And a doorknob appears at this door. Notice what it looks like, the shape of it. Do you have to touch it? Can you open the door with your mind's eye? Notice what you notice and open the door. As you step through the threshold of this door, you find yourself on a really high path. It can be snowy, it can be grassy, but we're at a very high elevation. Like we're going towards a really high mountain, a mountain pass. So it could be like the highlands up in Scotland, that type of scenery, or it can be up in the snowy vastness of the Alps. Wherever it is, you're safe, you can breathe, and it's just the right perfect temperature for you where you're comfortable. And up ahead, you see that there's like a beacon of light, just shines very brightly. And it stands what looks like on a pyramid shape. Walk towards it now with a sense of curiosity. As you get closer, you notice that it's a small building. not very big. And it's open to you. And as you step inside, you notice that there is a great big crystal in the center. This crystal spans from floor to ceiling and is reflective. It almost reminds you of glass. And as you walk toward it, you can see your reflection. And as you get closer and closer, you notice that your reflection is a little bit different. And as you come to stand in front of this crystal, you notice that the reflection is not a reflection, but is your twin. A higher aspect of you who knows and understands who you are in this life. They are you and you are them. Take a moment to notice what your twin looks like. And as you reach your hand towards your twin, notice that they extend towards you and the crystal sort of evaporates towards the two of you standing in the center of this sacred space. Holding hands now, you turn towards a wall in the pyramid. Ask your twin the question you have come with tonight. Already you feel the pulsing of understanding, feeling your being. They swipe at the wall, and pictures start to appear in front of you, or symbols or words. Notice what is being given to you and receive it now. And with the answers comes a direct understanding that everything is exactly as it should be, and you are on the right path. The unfolding of your life has been perfection. Even those moments when you thought you were lost, even those moments when you didn't really know what to do next, you were always on the right path. And you were never alone. Your twin has always been with you. Now, feel through your hand as your twin holds it, the energy pulsing and generating there, filling your entire body with information. So much gets lost in translation. And so this energy frequency that is being translated to your body directly, know that these pulses are bits of information. Feel it now. Know that any answer you have, any question that you have, the answer is given. Know that the answers that are given to you now, they even go deeper than what has been given to you tonight. So as your twin lets the image go on the wall in answer to your question tonight, turn towards your twin and allow them to embrace you in complete love, unconditional acceptance, and pure perfection. knowing that in the illusion of human imperfection resides the perfection. And you thank your twin for always being there, for always guiding you, observing you even in the most darkest hour, and never deserting you. Now it is time to go as you step into the center of the room again, letting go of your twin's hand. The crystal comes up. And you notice your reflection within your twins. What looked different has now integrated, where you see yourself looking directly back at you. Complete love and complete compassion. As you turn to walk out of this sacred space, give it a blessing and a thanks for holding this meeting this evening. And know that you can return here. This is your place where you can connect. Walking out across the path now, heading towards your door. Integrate a little bit more and more what you have been given, and know that it'll take a couple of days to fully integrate all of the information, whether it come through dream state, whether it come through daydreaming, whether it come through visions, or whether it come through divination, meditation. The information is available to you, in addition to what has been given to you tonight. So stepping through the threshold of the door, it shuts gently behind you. And now come back, wiggling your toes, rolling your ankles, moving your hips, your shoulders, your wrists. Be present in the body, giving thanks for your body. Your host, what I like to call our bodies, because they host our higher consciousness, they really do a good job of holding the space for us as we are integrating so much higher in ascension than we normally would do without a body. So it's a really, really divine synergistic connection. We work together really well. Sometimes we don't feel like we do, but our body's always ready. Our host is always ready to assist. We just got to get into flow with it more. So how was that for you? What information did you receive? Was it answering the questions that you had? Yes. I can never I can never not visit my high self and not have tears. Good. Yes. Buki's saying that she's been purging and releasing the last 24 hours. This is so good. This is the time to do it. This is what these new moons are all about. And that being a super new moon, there's a lot of stuff going on to integrate. Like I said, and releasing. And just release it. I would suggest doing a salt bath or something to really just let go of anything attached to the body as you're releasing and purging through all of this, all of the different things. So in observance of high self, there's this misunderstanding for some people that it's somewhere out there, somewhere beyond us, or this mystical realm, which I that's fun and everything, and we have the access to that. But it is within us, and within us are those mystical realms. In us are those sacred spaces. Within us are those gateways and portals. Each chakra is a portal. Did you know that? Each chakra really is an energy portal, a center to something more, to a different dimension. We can access different planes of existence through our chakras. There's so much information that we are yet uncovering and discovering about ourselves. So as we integrate more fully and wholly with ourselves and stop looking for the things that are wrong with us and start seeing the things that are right with us, we will have access to more because we are no longer blinded by the imperfection. We are no longer attached to, I'm not enough, or I'm not worthy, or I don't have this yet, or I'm not there yet. I'm not like so-and-so that, or I'm not as perfect as, no, that's an illusion. Here, see, again, the host is the outward appearance. It's what we all connect with, how we move around our vehicles. But the consciousness surpasses any of that. And the more that we trust that our soul has the answers, the more that we give ourselves time to integrate what we're getting, or to go through the feelings that we feel and to work things out and trust that we have the answers to what we are being guided to question, then things start to kind of lock into place, and then magic starts to happen for us. And that is the true magic. We use tools like our crystals, and they integrate and work with our energy fields in tandem. And that's why crystals are so powerful. Herbs or whatever we choose are so powerful, because we've already decided that they're powerful, see? And so they become that for us. Everything shows up exactly the way you expect it to. Sometimes we get surprises, and that's wonderful. But when we have a really powerful connection to something, and there's no question, it is absolutely what it is so. And that is why I say it is done. And so it is, because it is done, and then it is so. And so when you start to remember the mastery of who you are, when you start to remember the all-powerful being, the sovereign divine being you are, and really start to believe it on every facet of who you are daily, imagine how kick-ass that will be. Imagine how unstoppable it will be, and how the things that you've claimed for your life, the things that you have desired for your life, how that will be. The world works for us. It's not the other way around as far as reality is concerned. We decide the rules. We put the rules in place. We can decide when we want to change them. It can take longer, it can take short. It's up to you. Some people do things that are unexplainable. And why do you think that is? Because they believe it. They already know. I love that. Your twin said to have faith. Yes. And what does faith mean to you? Some people get, with that word and think it's something outside of yourself. But how about having faith in who you are, Chris Marie? How about having faith in that you are powerful, and believing that even though you may not have all of the external references to why you're powerful, to why you know what you're doing and how you're going to get there, trust within you, because it's there. It's there. Okay. Geez, can you believe we're almost done already? How did that happen? How did that happen? So, and here's the thing, and I've mentioned this before, and one of the reasons why our meditations are so powerful is because I work with the Divine One energy. So it is a gateway and frequency that opens up our energy fields to these possibilities. So we connect on such powerful levels. And that's why that's why I work in this frequency so much, because there isn't illusion here. This is true, raw, who you are. And there aren't any limitations. And so as we work this more and more, as we work together every month, the more fluid things will start to become, and you'll start to realize. I mean, those of who have been with me from the beginning with New Moon Rituals, I'm sure you've seen how what has evolved for you over time. And that's just how it works. When you start to become more conscious and awakened and aware, the more evolved you will start to be with what you notice and the happenings around you. Yes, good. That's so good. Bookie76. I love your name, by the way. Okay, so I would love to say time for reading. We're going to be moving, but I just want you to know that there's so much here. So much is available. And when you get into that space that anything is possible, it really becomes possible. It really becomes dreams come true type of thing, you know? And as I'm sitting here and I'm feeling all the energy and the love, so much love for all of you, I want you to know that no matter what transpires in this coming month, as you're working and whatever level you're at of working, releasing, healing, integrating, coming to new ideas or new states of awareness, know that the answer is already given. So, reminder for this coming month, the answer is already given. Okay, you're welcome, Pedro. The answer is already given. What does that mean? That means you have a question. I want the mantra for you for this month, for all of us to be, the answer is already given. So you have a question. I wonder if I should do such and such. Okay, well, the answer is already given. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for it to show up. Or tune in with the idea that the answer is already given. What does that look like? What does that feel like? The answer is already given. And trust what you get. Trust that you get the first time you get it. And the more you do that, the more you're going to make a really powerful direct connection to your twin. And you will receive the answers so quickly, so much faster, that it'll start to just come without you even having to say the answer's already given, because you already know that it is. All the answers are already given in the now, because now is all there is. You're so welcome. Okay, beloveds. Let's close our eyes once again with so much love and so much thankfulness and gratitude. I want to, first, when we're in the space, to just send love to each and every one of you, support to each and every one of you. And know that you can get additional support and love and connection on the Shakti Spiral New Moon Spiritual Tribe page on Facebook. If you're not connected there, I invite you to do so. I like to post there and just kind of do little sayings during the weekday. So it's a really good place to connect. And I will be connecting there, throughout the move and all the different things that I'm doing. And, it's a nice place to connect with me before, in between new moon rituals. So I invite you there. But just know, with your eyes closed again, just keep your eyes closed. I want you to feel the pulsings of one energy. As I send the divine one energy out to each one of you in the circle now, requesting that it bless your life with your permission, that it assists you with your life with your permission for the highest good of all involved. May you feel the stream of love that is ever present and available to you, each one of you now, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on a rebroadcast. Know that in this space, you are perfection. Do you feel that? Do you feel that one energy? Do you feel that love? So those of us in our circle who are hurting, are going through trying times, we say to you, you are supported and you are divinely held. Those in our circle who are in need of healing, we say you are healed in every way. For those of you who need to be heard in our circle, we say we hear you. You are heard. And those in our circle who need to be seen in their divine being, their divine presence, we say we see you and we hold you with love. And those in our circle who may know of people who are hurting, we send an extra special blessing out to those and into our world, to the four corners of our world, to our brothers and sisters who have yet to be awakened. We send love and support. an intention of peace. Thank you, Divine One Energy, beloved All-Mother, Mother God, spirits, divine ancestors. Thank you for being here in our circle. Thank you for watching over and protecting us and giving us the space to do this sacred work. Direction of the North, element of Earth. Sacred Pachamama ancestors, thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the West, element of Water, thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the South, element of Fire, thank you for being part of our circle. And to the direction of the East, element of Air, thank you for being part of our circle. And with your eyes still closed in this beautiful stream of one energy and heart chakra energy, it is time to release your spiral. Counterclockwise out of your right side, watch it uncoil, spiraling counterclockwise around and around and around until once again you receive it through your left side. And with it still extended, we call in the Divine One Energy to cleanse our fields fully of any attachments, of any residual energy, coiling smaller and smaller and smaller, contracting our heart chakra energy, our spiral energy, until it safely rests in the center of our chest. And taking any residual energy from the ritual and setting it down to Mother Earth through our feet, through our hands, any extra energy, any grounding that is needed. Picture your feet connected to the center of Mother Earth. You are divinely connected. You are always connected. You are her child. And until next time, it is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. My love to all of you. Mwah.